Hello. In this video, we want to look at question 10 for exam 3 review. So we want to find the point of diminishing returns xy for R of x. R of x represents the revenue in dollars, and x represents the amount spent on advertising in thousands of dollars. So looking through here, notice we want to find a coordinate x comma y. That's really what we want to find, but it's the point of diminishing returns. So the point of diminishing returns can be found from the second derivative. So our function here is r of x is equal to negative 5x cubed plus 225x squared plus 3000x minus 800, where 0 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 25. So we want to find the second derivative. We already know our domain. That's nice. So the first derivative here is negative 15x squared plus 450x plus 3000. I'm just using the power rule is all I'm using. The 800 goes to 0. So the second derivative then is going to be negative 30x plus 450, and that's it. Good. And because this is a polynomial, we need to go ahead and just find where the derivative is equal to 0. So we get negative 30x, sorry, the second derivative is equal to 0. So negative 30x plus 450 is equal to 0. So subtract the 450 divided by negative 30. That gives me x is equal to positive 15. Outstanding. Now, that's just a possible inflection point, but we want to make sure we look at the concavity for this. So now, on the number line, we begin at 0, we end at 25. The important number between them is 15. But we need test points between them. So to the left, let's say maybe 1, and to the right, let's say 16. Doesn't really matter what we use, though. So if we do r double prime here, if I plug in the 1, that gives me a positive 420. So that's going to be positive, which means concave up. And then 16, if I plug that in, it's going to be negative 480 plus 450, which is negative 30. So it's going to be a negative in this region. So it's going to be concave down. So notice that 15 is, in fact, the point where you have an inflection point. But specifically, we want the point of diminishing returns. Is that the correct kind of inflection point? And it's only a point of diminishing returns if it goes from concave up to concave down. And that's exactly what happens here. So therefore, x equals 15 is the point of inflection. The question is, what's the actual coordinate? Well, then we have to figure out what is r of 15. So I'll just plug in 15 for all the x values there. Well, let's go over here. I'm going to go ahead and type in negative 5 parentheses 15 cubed plus 225 parentheses 15 close parentheses squared plus 3000 parentheses 15 minus 800. It gives me 77,950. And there we go. That is the point of diminishing returns. That's not the maximum revenue. That's just the point of diminishing returns for advertising dollars. Wait. Yes. For advertising dollars. So the point of diminishing, really? Yes. Returns is the coordinate 15, 77,950. And there we go. That is question 10 on exam 3 review. Have fun.